Welcome back, Cancer, to your mid-month reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. If your friends like this, hit that big old like button and subscribe. Welcome back. Messages. King of Cups coming out, talking about that supportive leader. So you could have this King of Cups around you, or you could feel like you're being in control of your emotions right now. So being very balanced and in control, feeling very compassionate, or having this King of Cups, who could be a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio around you, who you feel is very compassionate and is being very supportive toward you at this moment. There was some kind of regret and disappointment that was going on within the situation that made you feel like, I felt like I was the wounded warrior. I felt like, you know what, I was going in the wrong direction, but I was doing everything I could to just continue down this path that I'm going on. Some days you're feeling very disconnected within this situation, so not feeling your best at this moment. I do feel like there's some restlessness that's going on around you when it comes to this situation. So not feeling the best right now, feeling like, you know what, things are going to get better, but you know, I need some time out. I feel like a lot of you are going to take some time out alone to kind of contemplate on the situation right now about what's going on and how I'm going to feel much better. I do see that your intuition is coming through, but there is some kind of message that's coming in that's going to kind of whatever was hidden from this situation looks like it's going to come to light. That's really what it is. You have some kind of swift change and result from something that you felt was being hidden from you, from view, right? From view, not knowing exactly how to take this situation. It could be coming from the Knight of Cups. I think that Knight of Cups could be, you know, maybe you and the King of Cups are having issues, and now you feel like they're being more supportive about the situation. Because I do see them coming back in to kind of propose new ideas, new things towards the situation. So you could say, you know what, I do feel like you are coming back to help this situation. You're coming back around to, kind of tell me what was going on within, this love situation, our friendship, at work, whatever it is. I think that someone at one time, you might even, I have illusion and imagination. Was somebody trying to tell you that, you know what, it's all in your imagination, that didn't really happen. Or maybe it was even yourself. Maybe you were like, nah, I'm just trying to make that feel like that didn't really 100% happen, right? There was a lot of regrets and a lot of disappointments to that situation, trying to move past that. Yeah. It did feel like there was some kind of mischance over here or some kind of bad investment when it came to that situation. You're kind of pulling yourself out of that. There is some kind of power struggle when it comes to that, but it's also like you're wielding your own wand over here, right? Your own sword, your own wand. And whatever is coming out with this Eight of Wands over here, this speedy message, this understanding, it does make me feel like you're going to realize, you know what, it wasn't a missed opportunity after all. It was just the way things were going. Definitely feeling like no matter what, it was a lack of accountability on them. Maybe they had dropped the ball. For some of you, there is air travel, and they might be writing you and telling you that they're coming to see you, and they want to fix this situation, that they feel like it's very unfair that this all went down this way. I do feel like there was something over here that it was kind of, I do feel it was an unfairness. I feel that there definitely was an unfairness when it came to this situation. I think that for a lot of you, a lot of them didn't see the way that it was needed to be seen. I think that you were discredited within a situation, and I think that you couldn't believe that they would actually do such a thing, whatever it was that they did or said such a thing to you. And it was creating conflict. But it does look like they want to offer this cup and come back and, be generous and actually be more supportive of the situation. or they actually were, that maybe they weren't supportive before. And maybe that's why you felt like it was kind of an illusion or imagination, because you didn't expect someone to say such a thing. You know, it's kind of crazy. This could be your mom or your dad or a family member for a lot of you, you know, that they would discredit such things. I do feel that. Whatever it was doing, it was like you were very disappointed in their reaction to a situation. And so it might have felt like, you know what, this is just, you know, I can't even believe that you'd say such a thing, and caused this poor communication. And then it felt like they were pulling away from you and procrastinating, getting back to your messages, wanting to fix this. And it does. It feels like it was like a very close family member or a friendship. It could even be your husband or your wife. I mean, but whatever it is, it's someone very close to you who is almost to the point where it's like, I cannot believe that this is happening. I'm in disillusion about the situation. Because I can't believe that you would treat me this way. I can't believe, right, that you would, yeah. And so it makes this very overwhelming situation. And it's like the constant overwhelmingness, right? But now it's saying that they would like to come back, you know, so that they kind of see it your way. They understand that there was unfairness to this situation. I think it's one of those things that happen where it's kind of like I say something and then you jump to conclusions. You know, you didn't hear me correctly. It was one-sided. You only wanted to see it your way, right? And now they're coming to say, oh, wait, okay, hold on a second. So now they want to kind of fix it. They want to tie this back into a pretty bow, right? But I do think at one time that they were supposed to come and travel towards you, and they delayed their plans as well for some of you. And that was because they didn't want to fix it. So it was almost like you're like, okay, but you were supposed to come and see me. And they're like, no, I'm not going to do that now. It's almost like now that they have more information, or that they've looked deep within the situation and took a step back, now they understand what's going on. Or you are over here, you were feeding them information, or someone was feeding them information about the situation. Could be a Gemini who's feeding them this situation. Doesn't have to be, but it's almost like now they're understanding the situation. So now they want to come back and talk to you about the situation. They want to make this better. They're seeing what is going on. They see where the confusion is, but they want to come clean and confess to the situation and say, I support you now. I understand what you're talking about. I jumped to conclusions. You know, I made this into something that, you know, was bigger than life, right? And it was like, whoa, wow, did you jump out of the box, right? So, and it could have been misheard. They didn't see it right, something of this nature, where now they're saying they understand, and they're having their own kind of conflict in their own mind about how they're going to do this, because they're understanding how much tension they're causing between you and them. And it's almost like to the point where they feel guilty now about causing all of this tension and strife, right? And continue. It feels like this disagreement was going on for some while, you know, some time, where it was definitely petty. And this is definitely petty. And you might have felt like, you know what, you were sitting on your high horse this whole time trying to say something about it, but you're not seeing the practical side because they jumped so high, right, over something. It could even be your father. It could be your father who's not seeing it properly, who's not seeing, maybe it's a new love situation or something that has to do with love, right? My new boyfriend, my new girlfriend, or my husband, or something going on, but it means a lot to you. Otherwise it wouldn't come up in this reading, right? So it's something that's actually very frustrating, and it's like it causes this, you know, separation between the two of you, because they don't want to see it from your point of view. But now they're saying, I do, because I got the information that was needed, or I stood back and I listened to what was going on about the situation, and I perceived it differently. So they're definitely having a different perception about this. Maybe it's even that they realize that they severed ties with you, and they're missing you, you know, stuff like that. And they realize that this is becoming ridiculous, really. And they're understanding how cold they were to you, right? about the situation. And so they definitely want to heal this situation, and they want to have a second chance. They want to renew this relationship. They want to transform this back into, what it used to be before all of this went down. And this is, it was just a petty fight that got really out of control. And now they're saying, I want to support your family. I want to support what it is you're building. I want to support whatever it is that you're doing, whatever it is that they were not supporting before. Okay, so yeah, definitely wanting to, make this into a new chapter. Yeah. They felt like they were definitely trying to win at all costs. I feel like you felt it was too, or that they might have been trying to make this into a competition for some of you when it never needed to be a competition, depending on who you're dealing with. Guys, remember general reading, right? So you definitely have this one over here that you might even feel like maybe they were jealous over something for some of you. About a situation. If it's not your dad, it could be a friend or somebody who was making this into a competition when it didn't need to be. And all it did was end up, no matter what the situation is, ended up with you carrying all the burdens, because that's the way it made you feel, right? Because, yeah, they were at emotional loss, right? Severing ties, and now they want to bring those ties back. So it does look like that's exactly what they're going to do. Looks like there will be a reconciliation within this situation, because they are going to reach out to you and say, okay, look, I've done some shadow work. I want to build this family back up the way it was, this friendship. I want to make milestones with you. I don't want this, I don't want this to, be the way it's been for a long time, right? So definitely having the communication coming in. So definitely want to watch that, right, for that conversation to take place, where they finally see it for what it really is, instead of them just being over rational about the situation. That's really what it feels like, that they just really just took this whole situation to, from A to Z in one step, right, where it's just like, what? So now they're saying, no, I see it your way. I want to come and communicate with you, because I need you in my life. I want you in my life. I've learned the information through intuition, however, and I need to fix this. So they do feel like they want to fix this with you, because they do feel they're losing out on you. And that's really what this is about. They're missing you and losing out on this relationship with you. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.